What do you do?
What's up,
What do
everybody?
you do? It's not looking good.
This is gonna be a demo review doing live of C9 against Navi at ESL 1 Cologne. No, Cologne, New York. My bad. I came a bit late to this game, so let's see what's what.
Right now, instead of using the timeout.
The way it's gonna work is I'll mute the stream whenever I want to say something important.
So he's probably going hard in the mumble. Hard in the mumble.
Sika Blat.
As this is a full eco, there's very much to say, so I'll just let you guys watch.
And 3 players at A, but kind of spread out. They really weren't concerned, it seems, with winning this round. They just...
It is something to know that whenever you know the CT is on an eco, the classic thing would be to go up mid and try to get a pick. And as long as you don't get spotted top mid as terrorists, just keep on walking. Just do a contact play. It's because if the CTs are doing some kind of stack like in pit or something, well, once you get to lane and you actually want to take this side, then probably mollying back a pit would be useful. But and then exploding, but you don't actually have to run up lane like a bunch of idiots and just run into straight crossfires, you know.
Let's see how are Navi going to adjust? I'm thinking. I mean, usually people fall back to like a 2.
This is what I call chasing eco kills. Stewie padding them stats.
I don't think so. Like they don't even have 1 op. Maybe that's the problem.
They have no money. Yeah, even after spending no money last round, I think they decided that they could... At least they don't have the double save, which is something that you would probably expect. But yeah, with a couple of kills they had, decided not to spend any money last round, put together a buy here. And that's an argument for teams that spend a little bit of money on eco rounds. Any money they spent last round would have taken a smoke, a flash, full armor, a kit, which they don't even actually have right now, and maybe put someone on a UMP. So... Now, they do have a pretty solid buy, but a lot of it's going to have to come down to frags. Banana control is pretty much forfeited. Instead, they were deciding to...
I don't know why Navi decided they're going to retake top B right here. I don't disagree with it. They won't find anybody, though. Yeah. C's probably he's gonna keep peeking. You just smoked it out.
Not something you'd see probably on an eco round, so...
I think if you're Navi, you're low on utility, you want to keep your... Either you push aggressively somewhere and then use it, or you keep your utility until like the latest point in the round possible. Because you're going to run out of smoke.
Aren't they blind?
Like, it won't hurt the terrorists to wait out like 35 seconds of smokes and still be able to do a full B execute with like 30 seconds left in the round. That's fine.
Now you see Cloud9 actually walking back to B, so very complex strat right here, kind of like a double fake.
Look at this, Tarek with the boost. Will he jump on the balcony?
Yes, he will.
He actually gets way up there and doesn't hear anything quite yet. Kind of gives up his position. Great headshot as he swings out wide, but it's actually a B hit all along. Hasn't pulled a rotate. 2 players are going down. The hold is really good, however. There's still 1 alive. He gets killed by Skadoodle. 2v2 after plant situation. Probably a better round than we would have anticipated considering how well Cloud9 were playing it out. But again, the aim was on point. Now it's actually Skadoodle. Clutch Master left alone with the op. 1 player pushes through, crouches under the bullet, and the cross...
Okay. So, first of all, a fake with no smokes, with not even an execute, isn't a fake. Just because Tarek pushes by himself, it won't pull anything, especially because all the CTs are stacked up on site. Because there's so little, what's it called? So little time left in the round that a wrap for the terrorist, like for the terrorists to wrap, they would have had to smoke library or CT arch, and the CTs would have known that. So because there wasn't any smokes, they decided to stick with 3 players in sight. You see 1 graveyard and 2 in pit. And what that does is basically they get early information on whether they're there or not. And because you haven't thrown any smokes, usually you would want to pull the rotate by throwing smokes early. So like if the CT see 3 smokes up at A, then one of them might rotate early. But at the same time, because the CTs were playing both inside of B site, it's unlikely that one of them is gonna run out. And the B execute fell apart because there was no commit. Like the first guy got in, got killed, then there was a trade, and instead of full committing to the cross and trading the guy first oranges, they all stayed there for 3 seconds, got counterflash and got wrecked. because you all just stayed there, like trying to look for the second guy, like probably I don't know, like behind Fountain or something.
Yourselves.
Takes two to tango.
That's right.
So
or three,
C9 got an
depends where
early
you're
pick
from.
at A.
Or three, depending.
I mean at B, and they gave up
Have
B
arrived
control.
from.
This is very bad.
Zeus realizes that he can't just fall
When
back
you're
too
up a
quickly,
man,
but he
you
doesn't
should
really
never
have a
give up
teammate here to
like,
trade
any
him
map
out if he
control.
dies. Was looking for an opportunity to regress. Full bracket control, however.
Until like
comes out,
obviously
no one's
you
dodging
do
it,
your
but,
execution.
He comes a little wide. Peeks into
They
three
throw the
people,
big
doesn't
execution.
even come away with a frag.
Alright.
So that's tough.
I like
Both
this play though.
Both players, however, are at A. They see the push down B. They realize, all right, well, there's no one else pushing. They have CT.
This is something I've always said. If you're if it's a 5v4 for a terrorist, splitting mid to B is the best possible thing you could do, because it's either going to be a 2-2 or a 1-3, and if it's a 1-3, the CTs I can guarantee you won't play 2 at Arch. So at most you're fighting one guy at Arch. Plus what they did is throw a fake execute on Porch, pulling the possible moto guy towards site, and then just exploding up Arch. So that was very creative, very good strat. Those types of fakes within like the A site is very hard to take actually. It's there isn't many execute that really isolate isolate either pit completely or like the side completely. It's pretty hard. You'll still have to fight multiple angles at the same time. But one thing that does work is if you can pull the attention of the CTs playing side and pit towards truck, and then you wrap, like that time they went CT, but say they would have wrapped all the way back A, and at the same time they would have had someone either flash pit and then push out of halls at the same time as people wrap. That's a very hard strategy to counter as CTs.
What do we do against a Cloud9 that's playing that's on fire right now?
This is one team that we know are definitely going hard in the comms.
They are. You know, Cloud9's pumped. They're ready.
Yep. They don't want to be iced here.
No, they don't want
How do you avoid being iced when someone calls a pause on you?
You can't relish in your accomplishment in the moment.
There you go. It's not over till it's over.
Because, you know, a lot of situations, people are like, hey, man, you see the shot? Yeah, it was so good last round. I hit like 3 headshots, man.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to stay focused, focus on the round, think what they might, how it adjusts to you.
Yeah.
It's all about staying focused.
Staying focused, yeah.
Staying focused.
Okay. Just a little quick pause.
Just move on. Don't think about it.
Best way to
Navi's losing rounds, they probably shouldn't.
right?
Yep.
Like that one round,
Yep.
it was
Oh,
5v4,
well, you know, let's play it safe.
and they had
Or
a
whatever.
1-3
That's
setup, a
the
good
other way
1-3
that a lot of
setup.
people
Whoever's
seem
the
to
B
choke as
player
well.
just
Yeah,
got
there's a mini
entry.
war in every
It's
single round
probably
that
him
you have
missing
to
a
win
shot.
on your way to the end of the game. So,
It's all about the battles.
right. Like Risk.
It looks like Cloud9's taking over Navi land. Skadoodle, nice shot.
Very
Simple.
standard. Yet again, we see
Skadoodle.
Stewie chasing
Flaming
kills
King. Now
because
Stewie
you probably
takes
can't
them.
get any
Still
kills in
4-4.
gun rounds.
Bomb control has
I'm just
been
kidding.
forfeit. They're going to have to go back.
There's
it's still
no
early, but
there's no
no
reason
one
for
from
him
Navi has
to
pushed,
push all the
thankfully,
way
for Cloud9.
up Banana by himself. That makes no sense.
And yeah, it's
But
it's
it's
kind
not
of a
the end of
half
the world
fight
to
here.
take mid
Navi are in a
control
place where they can
very
afford some
methodically.
stuff, but
They
not,
just
not a whole
spotted two.
bunch. Kills
At
are
this
coming
point,
out,
Tim
however.
should be
It's
running
actually
back
Navi with
towards
the man
truck.
advantage in a big
Yeah.
way suddenly, as they're up 4-2. 3 rotates into a rush. This
So-
Molly will.
At first, you might think that this round was just unlucky things. This round was lost because of Stewie. The fact that Stewie died at top B, so first of all, it gave a free gun to Navi. Plus, he didn't get anything. He got a bit of damage off. That's it. And it gave information to Navi. So, what the terrorist had to do then is either full commit to a straight A push against CZ, which you don't want to do, or just take mid methodically, which they did, and leave some 1T steps looking at B push, because you still have to be worried about the banana push, which they did. So because all of that, whoever's looking at T steps is going to be late to take a site with his teammates Arch, right? And C9 had one guy, like basically what they should have had is the 3 people commit to the same exact thing, because you have one guy T steps. Like once you take halls control, leave halls, this guy goes boiler, and everybody take the same thing with 3 players. Because it's if not, you're just spreading it too thin, you know. But Stewie lost in that round. The call, if I'm the in-game leader and I'm getting this kill Arch, I actually probably, like I said, it's for like when CTs are down 4 guys, I want to commit fast to mid to B right after I get this kill, or I want to go all the way back B and retake banana control, or I want to do some type of execute at A, like because they all went dry, they just all got wrecked because they didn't use any nades, just fighting close range against CZs. Not great. Yeah, yet again they lose banana control. They want to retake it with a bunch of flashes, simple whiffs. He gets this kill, Navi wins the round. Or he just falls back, Navi probably wins the round. That's just a misplay by Simple. But it's just what Simple does. I guess you gotta live and gotta live with those mistakes. Oh god. Oh, that flash is good.
Takes. Smoke comes out to Banana. Rush in the back of the site. 2 players on Banana. And there's a headshot from Rush to kick things off. Flamey is crushing the...
That's a pretty good 2v3 by Navi. Good 2v3, good 2v3 attempt. They have... You would think that you have good synergy with Banana and Emo, but because of that smoke, it blocked the crossfire. Rush has to fight. He can't just hide. Because if he hides and the CTs actually push here, then once he dies, nobody can trade with him. Nobody can push out of smoke and trade with him because they don't have the angle. So with him taking the fight early, I like it. He hits a shot. If he doesn't, then he'll probably lose the round. But that was just I guess poor positioning. I don't know why you would throw 2 people banana on a post-plant positions where the side positions are really
sometimes
strong
the most difficult
together.
part of winning so many rounds in a row.
It's not a terrible post-plant position. 2 banana and 1 emo.
You've got to be used to. Simple getting the opening kill again on a round where Navi don't
Stewie
have
should
the
quit. He should quit taking banana control by himself.
Like,
I think he died about
still come out
4 rounds out of
kill.
6.
Now Arch Control is
of what
taking
I've
the wrap
seen.
is out. Smoke and
Nice
library,
flash.
I'm not sure. Zeus gets another kill.
So C9 goes up
been
mid fast. They don't clear. I mean, they try to clear boiler. They got wrecked. Oh no. Actually, that's what happened. And they didn't take Hall's control, so that's a mistake. You cannot take mid control with no Hall's control. It's terrible. Because you have to fight boiler with truck, with arch, and even if they don't peek you from boiler, and clearing boiler from mid is not great. Let me say that. Let's see how he plays this. And yeah, even if the house people don't fight you guys when you go up mid, like unless you walk all the way up arch and flank them, you won't kill them. You won't be able to take a side clear, graveyard side and pit, and still have to worry about lane because there could be anybody lane because they were boiler. There could be people lane, and the halls balcony, and win the round as terrorist. So.
Hey,
I think when you lose the first guy in halls, and you lose Stewie's losing them a lot of rounds. If say you lose a guy halls, it ain't the end of the world. You can either take banana control with multiple people, or leave banana B and then take halls control. Like send one more guy halls to take the position of whoever died, and then take halls control and then go off of that. Because Stewie died by himself, that kind of fucked him. Like they only had 3 players left. Like wherever you want to commit now, you have to deal with all 3 players, and you still have to worry about your B flank. So it's a precarious position, I guess.
16. Sometimes 16. OT.
Yeah, it depends.
Depends really. Situational. Banana control's taken. Stewie's like, just give me an op, you know? Give me an op. They've got 2. Cool adjustment for the last round of the half. Squidward misses an opportunity. Tries to go fly fishing, but that one's right off the screen.
They're taking way too long to take mid control. Way too long.
Kind of by himself here.
They should have had mid control
at 120. No arch player to help him if it is going to be somewhat aggressive.
If they win this round, it's just because their execute is insane. They only have 1 molly for B. That is not enough to flush out B. Alright. This is gonna come down to people hitting shots. You can't give yourself good advantages with this low utility. They can't clear Cubby. The Cubby guys. Oh, he doesn't have anybody baiting for him. That was a good flash. Didn't even clear it. No, that's just a mistake, but... Oh my god. That's so
For
unfortunate by
Flamey on
Zeus.
B, making a case for Navi in spite of that. 3v3, leaving Seized on the site. He's spotted, gets 1 kill.
There's 6
That's a
seconds
big
left.
deal.
I don't
5
know how
seconds to
Navi
plant,
loses
the
this
bomb
round.
goes down in the last moment. Simple on the big flank, and Rush gets an opening frag. 2-on-1.
Alright, C9 should not have won this round. Going mid to B is not a good idea, by the way. In a 5v5. Like, it should never work. Because once you commit, because actually, I'll tell you guys why going mid to B on a 5v4 is good. Usually, either, I said earlier, the CTs are going to play 1-3, or the CTs are going to play 2-2. If the CTs play 2-2, nobody's playing Arch. So you get a free run towards, you don't even have to fight anybody. Maybe one guy's going to be Moto, but he's going to fall back as soon as he sees you. So you don't have to fight anybody towards CT spawn. And once you're in CT spawn, you can take your time to take B. Like, you can really take it methodically. If the CTs are playing 1-3, then the one player at B has to play in construction and fight the guy's CT, or he's got to push up B. But the thing is, if you play on a 5v5 and the CTs are playing their default setup, they have 2 at B. Usually you would want to have your 2B players, at least, I mean, if I'm in position to rotate, I'm sending both people construction, and I'm just taking care of CT. I'm giving up side. I don't need to take side, because I know that there's at least 2 people in CT spawn, which gives me like 2 free kills because construction is like impossible to retake. So what the CTs did is they had one guy sit construction, he got wrecked, and one guy sit in B side and he got wrecked. So if the 2B players were playing together, they win the round 9 times out of 10. And if Zeus wasn't playing Cubby by himself, like, Cubby is a great position if you have someone baiting for you. C9 should have, like, that was just a clusterfuck. They threw a flash that wasn't supposed to blind him, but did. Like, it wasn't meant to flash, they didn't mean to flash Cubby, they just flashed probably Moto and got him by luck. C9 doesn't clear the Cubby. That's a mistake. Then Zeus runs flank them, another mistake. Like, that was just terrible. Yeah, playing Cubby with nobody, I guess, baiting for you is not something I would do. And at the same time, because there's only 40 seconds left in the round, you don't even have to play Arch side. You can play either Moto or NCT spawn. Probably want to play Moto library. And then the CTs, like, the 2 terrorists have to fight awkward angles at CT. They have limited amount of time to take CT spawn to B, so yeah.
It's in the head.
It wasn't great.
You are going to lose more rounds than you should,
that.
even with the appropriate strategy. And we definitely seen Cloud9 meet themselves halfway.
One smoke,
on
one
that
flash.
Front.
I mean, there are a bunch of things you can do with one smoke, one flash. You can smoke balcony, pop flash out A. That's it. Or you can smoke CT and go B. I don't think smoking arch side and rushing up truck is a good thing. So.
It's a default crack spot from Skadoodle at mid.
Where's Zeus?
Sure to keep an eye on Boiler as well. Automatic angle can be tough.
Oh man, I can't zoom.
He's got that crosshair placement lined up nicely.
Yep.
The explode comes out. Bomb might show face first. They haven't actually done anything but given Cloud9.
This is very good actually by Navi. It's nice to point out. They take banana control. I generally don't like to default up on pistol, but they take as terrorist. They take banana control. They see nobody's fighting them. Nobody's playing aggressive, so they decide to take mid control. Nobody's fighting them. Now the CTs are playing super passive, and they're leaving only one guy B. What? Whose decision is that?
P, as the only person here, has to kind of fall back. Now, Stewie actually gets killed falling back.
Okay.
As a kid in 2 flashes.
Let's see how the round unfolds. I'll tell you why I hate the setup of C9.
Navi are expending 2 people here to defend Banana. Rush is also getting crushed with Tarek. The Optic duo getting killed, leaving Skadoodle alone.
Let's get into it. Alright, so I don't think I've ever talked about this in any demo review, but on Inferno, retaking B as CTs is almost impossible unless you have construction control and banana control. Now, if you have banana control and construction control, meaning all the terrorists are stuck inside the generator, then you have a pretty good shot at retaking the site. Like it's favorable. But when you don't have it, it ain't great. If you're gonna play by yourself at B, you play boost up, because you get a favorable angle on your first shot. You can probably get one free kill, and then you can fall back, get into construction control, and just hold construction for the retake. But you got to keep in mind that when you retake, you need to send the two A players, the truck players and the pit players. They have to push mid and flank B because you need banana control. You won't be able to retake against clocks if you have to fight banana and site at the same time. That's not really favorable for you. So that's just a poor play. If you were gonna play retake, you like the guy needs to be in a cheeky angle, in a cheesy angle, not in a common angle where he gets nothing, he just gets wrecked.
Your T side angles and peaks. Hey, I mean, it could be very difficult for the CTs if you're not point. And after Navi's warmed up here,
yeah,
could be harder for Cloud9.
Starting to heat up.
That's a free kill.
Feeling the George Foreman.
No fat in that chicken breast.
And that's it. A site cleanly taken. 3 players up, but they were over.
Yeah, I usually tend to say this. I like to see something proactive from the CTs when you force buy. So get a flash, get 2 flashes, try to go for an early pick, and if it doesn't happen, then just play standard or choose to play 3, like stack a side early. That's it. Off of the information you got, off of the flash play you made early in the round. C9 just played not standard. They played 3 early at B in case Navi wanted to take P control. Ooh, nice shot. And they had a scout mid. He took a peek mid, got probably naded or something. Got down to like 10 HP. He was fucked, and Scoodle was full saving, so because he wants to op. So basically, you're relying on one scout to stop mid control. Like, I think it's pretty common that people don't go. Not a lot of people are gonna like, if they want to take B control, they're gonna use mollies and stuff. They're gonna be thorough. On anti-ecos, the team that's not ecoing is usually gonna try to take mid control. That's where you want to stack. And there's always gonna be either they're gonna, once they get mid control, they want to get arch control. So to me, stacking arch is like the best thing. If you want to do a stack, stacking arch is the best thing. Or flash peeking mid. Like have one guy cubby, one guy right here, and one guy right here, and then spot flash mid and 2 people peek. That would be something else I would do. Like once you know the terrorists are up mid. Or even you could have like 3 arch and just give upside and do a flash peek.
Tide's
Full
turn.
save.
No, I'm sorry.
Not much going on.
You're fickle like the viewers right now.
I'm playing with their heartstrings.
Jeez.
But Cloud9's playing with my heartstrings.
Right.
I'm gonna go
two ways.
pee.
It's a tango.
It's like beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And then you just like, well, derp.
Simple chipping away at these shoulder peaks from automatic. Won't fall for it. Won't get too crazy. 4-round differential. Full buy up. Op on Skadoodle. That's his comfort zone. There it is.
Zeus right there.
It was the warning shot.
That looks so funny from his point of view.
Yeah.
As a hoot.
Just trying to wipe his memory.
Will Smith up in here.
It's right. The men in blue.
What do we do? Scout with an op. No, that's what I've been saying in the past.
What was that? Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo with the op over here. You know, I'm glad that he doesn't have utility. I kept telling James.
Less nades?
Less nades, more op.
More
please.
opping.
I know you're a great utility player, Scott, but if you're the main opera, I just
So
want you,
smart with smokes.
I just want you making plays with a gun. Get 2 kills first, and then you can play around with your
Then
nades.
go back to spawn and buy nades.
There
But if
you
you don't
go.
have time, whatever.
I want you to be aggressive, Scott.
Ugh, get in there.
Scooby-Doo, let's go.
Holding down arch. Great angle holder. Never impatient. He's a turret, yes.
He's AI.
Yeah, iRobot.
He's going to hit the shots half the time, most of the time.
You come into that angle. That's it. You won't get farther than that. Kind of watching for like a jump or a boost or someone lurking through all at the same time, hedging his bets with the way he was holding his scope. But and we kind of see something similar to Cloud9, where Navi just taking mid-control, working on halls, but actually going back to B. C9 do play CT sides quite passively sometimes, and here
So
they have
Navi took mid-control, I'm guessing. Took B-control. Now they're going to go for a full B execute.
Entry automatic.
Mollies.
Toss a flash of his own.
No
Stewie here at second oranges in the prime position. The jump actually doesn't help him out
they're
at
both
all.
trade the guy CT.
And the push through is punished.
Wow.
Scott, even without the op, is able to get a kill. Stewie goes 1 for 1. 3v2 on the retake. Kind of a good situation for both teams. Lots of time to plant the bomb. An op in the smoke to use as utility for Navi as they defend on they defend versus this retake. 2 players on banana means this smoke could have been used in a better spot. Edward full blind as well. Great flash on the retake. Perfect position here. Zeus is going to have to shoot and fall off, but with his sense that 2 players are going to be coming up on him, doesn't want to get traded out immediately. Looking for a different way to approach the situation, but it's not good enough. Solid retake.
Nice retake. Perfect flash.
So when they traded, when Navi traded the guy CT, the guy boosted CT, he decided to push CT. I'm not sure why he did that. He just gave a free kill to Ska. He probably wasn't anticipating that the CTs wouldn't be rotating that fast, but I mean, when you throw 2 smokes at A, at B, it takes about 5 seconds for them to plume. 5 seconds is enough for a guy playing Arch to run all the way and get, I mean, it's 5 seconds plus the time that you take to get in and fight the guy at CT. Like, it's probably like 8 or 9 seconds. So, not sure why he made that decision, but probably just wanted to get a better gun. Cost him the round.
Actually, Scoodle did get that kill rotating in with the USP, so yeah.
Because there was one guy in the site, and then one guy boosted. And then, I don't know, it was just awkwardish. But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20.
I thought it was a flash.
And Molly is not going to scare Stewie off this angle. Knows that he can't fall back, and capitalizes on Stewie, or on Stimple, excuse me. Trying to prove that he is the best opper in the server. That is a straight up duel 1. Tarek from the boost gets a kill on Boiler. Great angle.
That's very good setup by C9.
If you think that
I
someone's
like
going to peek
boosting a guy for quick peek at the Boiler. If the guy peeks, shoulder peeks, whatever, then you just fall off and you don't die. If the guy wide peeks you, you probably get the kill because you're playing in the super off angle.
Fully passive setup, and this is where Cloud9 shine because they play their CT sides quite passively. They rely on their site ults because they have great aim. And when they are in these passive spots, which double pit works.
See, they don't smoke anything up mid. Navi doesn't smoke anything up mid. Oh, it actually just smoked the Arch.
What your contingency plan is versus the utility that comes to you.
No, Ska smoked the Arch.
They're not going to get any more openings. Navi are going to have to enter a site. Cloud9 not, though, depending on rotates.
Man, they could win this round easily. They got mollies. They can molly Nubox and emo in first oranges.
So
or new box and
game's not over.
Navi doesn't molly anything.
Stewie's teammate gets smoked out. Takes an aggressive angle, misses an opportunity, looks for another shot, can't find it.
That's rough.
Zeus gets away. Very low on HP and Automatic has found his way in. Stewie finally makes up for it with a 3rd shot.
1v3.
Him and Automatic in tandem find a couple of kills, and Flamey's gonna go for this YOLO plant. He's gonna deal once again with the USP on the rotate in, kills Flamey in B.
Smart play by Sky right there, even though his teammates weren't around to exchange a kill. The time is the key factor, is running really low, so he had to plant the bomb.
Yep.
So Navi had to plant the bomb. Or
it's not true, actually. He had 12 seconds, could have faked,
it's like
killed
you have
Sky,
the
and planned,
sacrificial piece when you have the man advantage, another benefit of it. You can go and see.
It's not a bad
he
risk
trying
to
force
take
the
if you're
plan or
Ska.
not? And even
Because if he does fake and kills you,
time goes down, he loses.
well, now he only has time to plan, so your teammates can get into like great positions to just kill him just right after he plants.
And Navi have a lot of utility, have actually kind of prioritized it here with a Deagle and a Galil.
And flashes, so I want to see what kind of flash execute they're going to use at this A bomb.
Ideally, no one even sees you.
Just blind.
And then dead. So there's definitely a great chimney flash that works so well. Rush after dodging it, however, the timing wasn't perfect. Comes out, gets 3. Tarek also joining in for a great hold. It's almost, wow, Scoodle going over on top of the boxes, killing Simple, and it was just a mistimed hit. Rush ate that flash.
Yeah.
There he is, has to unpeak. 2 players come out right after, and this is the position they were trying to blind him in, so.
either, yeah, just the people at halls were just a little too late.
A little too late.
A little too late.
You gotta be sharp with it.
Or a flash maybe missed or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, flash looked good to me.
Well, the first one, but did they have a follow-up flash maybe that they had like 7 flashes.
Yeah, good point. You called how many flashes there were, except there was just one that ended up blinding
It felt like only 2 flashes were used. I mean, I'm watching from this point of view, but it felt like
$200 a piece. Those don't come cheap.
No, they don't.
What'd you buy with $200?
I would buy a graphics card on eBay.
on eBay, yeah.
Because that's the only time we're ever going to get a good graphics card.
660
Yeah,
Ti
I'm not
maybe,
sure what
but,
got you
on this force up, Hall's control denied instantly.
You know, all around, this is a match. If you're C9, that you say, we won this by outscaling them. That's what they did. They just won this. They just won it by being able to. Oh wow, what's the fucking word, dude? To take advantage of the mistakes. Take advantage of the mistakes that Navi made and just shooting him in the face, man. There ain't much to say in this demo review. I said a lot of it on T side. Their CT side hasn't, like, they had that one boost, but other than that, they're just playing default, not switching anything up really. Yeah, so all around good game by the House of Smoke. Good game by C9. There's so many fucking flashes. I'll put the stream back on, the cast back on.
Prove it the hard way. Navi taking the talents back to A. And Tarek smoking off Halls, replacing his formerly Optic teammate in pit. And it's, yeah, a passive setup once again. These nades are for naught. There's not much ground to be gained because of them, but they're just kind of going through the motions. Tarek with a counter Molotov, as well as a smoke into Halls, allows Cloud9 to focus on just 1 or 2 choke points. As the wrap strat is out, Scoodle missing a first shot, allowing the T's to aggress, but finding a teammate behind him. Giving up the op CT control and some options, however, Automatic is there right behind Skadoodle. I don't think they thought that he'd be set up as quickly as he was. And from the pit, from downtown, Flamey is able to crush it.
Ooh, that's a whiff right there. If I've ever
spray
seen
as
one.
well. It might not be over quite yet. Glimmer of hope as Cloud9 are in for the retake. One player at mid, will he be cleared is the question. Automatic, there he is, he sees him, kills Edward, and gives Cloud9 hope. Not primo after plan spots. Flamey playing this very aggressively and has the ball back to the site, but helps out. Simple helps him out in killing Stewie at Arch and forces Automatic to look for a greener pasture, and that's going to be at the archway. Great flash in his face, and that's going to do enough to deny any ability to even win this round by diffusing.
But saving the ult for next round, that's a big plus on Cloud9. Navi just barely managing to get that kill on Archway against Ska. And that was a huge one because Ska could have had 2 kills in that moment, but he didn't get the second shot. Yeah, nice shots by Flamey right there in the pit. That's the key. That's the key kill. You know, it's worrying about that one pit guy that can just mow people down if you don't hit that instant headshot.
Yeah, yeah, it's long range. The inaccuracy definitely a factor there, but Flamey somehow makes it work with his precise shooting. And it's actually just like that. Navi have done significant economic damage.
This is a good choice by Z9 to full save. You don't even have, like. You're up 15-8, might as well get 4 or 5 good gun rounds, then have 3, you know, like 3 good gun rounds and then 2 weird force buys, I guess.
I would never just keep that USB.
This might activate Navi into pushing into 8, knowing that they're on a partial buy, but Tarek, will he find a favorable position to find kills? Does he? Oh, wow,
whoa,
completely good on his teammate. Insane shot, but simple. Oh, man. Going to make the most of it. Stewie with a great spray up mid, leaving it at 2-on-2. The rotate is going to come in from Automatic, who does have a kit, and 2 flashbang smoke to obscure his vision. Stewie going to nade in a pit. No enemy there. Simple. Oh, wow. Immediately taking that peek. And
yeah. I like what Stewie did, actually, by just purchasing small armor, because Tim's gonna play aggressive with the op at B. So if he dies, Sui has armor and an op, which is good. And if he kills someone, then Sui's got armor and a gun. So he doesn't really need to buy a pistol.
Kind of low, but they don't have a kit, so they sacrifice a couple kits to get more utility. And so playing retake is not the best option this round. You want to try to get the kill, play more straight up.
Yeah.
As you see here, Navi is trying to put pressure. Stewie lets them know that he's pushed up and he gets shot through the wall, I believe, or did he get legged? You want to try to jump away?
Yeah, it seems like it. Very common spam. The action over at apartments leaves it in a 1-for-1 situation. Sometimes this favors the terrorist just because, especially on a map like this where the rotates are so long, every CT becomes that much more valuable. And, you know, with Navi being able to take control of things more easily, it allows for options. Again, they get to stay groups, the CTs do not. But
see this
there's some
setup
info gained that mid Tarek is the third offer.
is very hard
the
to
third
beat.
hybrid on the
Like
team.
a mid to
Third
B
as
against the
listed.
setup
Upper,
wouldn't work.
IGL, upper.
IGL, they're all IGL.
When I said it, when the CTs are down a guy, you want to go mid to B. They set up because if Tarek gets one kill, the mid to B is just destroyed. So instead, they smoke him out. All right, they just take mid control. Hopefully that will pull a rotate off. It didn't.
B Stewie's
C9
boosted up
sticks
with
to their
low
guns.
on his way out, however, the site has been forfeited, or actually more specifically taken.
They just get traded 2 for 2.
And another retake situation, this time on B.
I would say if, you know, usually people always want to go for 2-on-2s, but with no kit, your money's kind of shoddy right now. I would, you know, try to be super careful on this. I mean, it's almost worth saving on a 2-on-2 than dying and losing both guns.
Oof, and they
So,
do it, yeah.
I mean, I just say in that
If
situation,
I'm Navi,
in my opinion, yeah.
and I know that when C9 are down a guy, they play 2-2. Next time, I want to actually commit to an execute at a porch execute, or even a wrap execute, whatever you want to do. Just a full execute at A. Nade stack, let's see where this goes. Just everybody nading DB, nading mid.
Force is crazy.
Is this guy gonna die? Negative. They're gonna push down with the
I
nades.
think it's just too
Nades do
appealing to
nothing.
try to go for that, you know, like it's just too
They all get
tempting.
fucked.
Yeah, usually you do want to go for 2-on-2s, but if the odds are stacked against you that much,
You've got to put things in perspective.
yeah, put things. But you have to step back. It's like it's a long game.
So what I tell you guys earlier about the save, either you get 4 or 5 good gun rounds, or you get 3 gun rounds and 2 shitty force buys, because they didn't force that past round with small armor and whatnot. They get a pretty good full buy round right here. That's their second buy round, so
kind of scenario. So
let's see.
Something to think about. Some food for thought.
Food for thought. Got to stay full.
Yeah.
I think if C9 loses this round, they're gonna go into banana control.
No kits as well. Another round on a rifle with no kits. Last round that wasn't necessarily.
See, not what Navi should be doing while top banana is smoked. They should be taking mid control. It's smoked. Like you just leave one guy there, and just take it. Alright, it's not the end of the world. C9 didn't resmoke it, so they don't. Because you can get stuck waiting behind like one smoke and then a second smoke, and then by then you just lose way too much time. Like when I'm smoked out, usually I leave one guy there and I take mid control, and then I go back B when I know the smoke's gonna fade.
Yes, taking their time, almost like the old school Navi where they execute at 20 seconds left in the round.
They took mid control. They're gonna do a full exec on A.
This is 2015.
CTs gave up arch.
Tarek from the pit has been somewhat formidable in this position.
Rush
in the site this time as a crossfire, but he's completely smoked out from his teammate. The entry goes the way of Cloud9. Rush gets 2, one player pushing in. Whoa, Zeus! Insane with the aim, pushing through the arch smoke and taking Tarek out in a duel that you wouldn't expect him to win. Another retake situation, and man, what a hit from Navi after losing.
C9 loses this round because they take too long to rotate. I mean, like, I don't know, someone jumped inside and got killed while jumping. That was just obviously a mechanical mistake. if he doesn't do that, he probably trades Rush, and Rush doesn't get 2 kills. So like Navi probably is up. It still wouldn't have mattered. Oof, that's rough. All right. But when you see 4 smokes thrown somewhere, they're not faking. You can like, if I see 4 smokes somewhere, one of my B players rotating. I don't care. Ooh, they lost that round because they didn't have a kit. So if you have an early rotate, as soon as you see the smokes, you have an early rotate from B. Then the guy is CT spawn. The guy's gonna be able to catch Zeus flanking, which is crucial because you have to like, the Zeus play only works if the B player hasn't rotated yet. Because if he has rotated, he's gonna kill Zeus. If he hasn't, then Zeus gets a pretty great flank because all 3 players at A are committed to looking at Porch because they're playing against a Porch execute. They won't expect someone to run through a smoke arch unless they hear him. So it's just through the chaos, it's pretty hard to even be able to distinguish the footsteps and through all the gunfire and stuff like that. Told you guys, if I'm C9, I'm full saving again, because a full save will give you 2 other good gun rounds. They'll give you a good gun round at 4-15-13. They give you a good gun round at 15-14. If you semi buy right here, then next gun round you're gonna have a good gun round, and then at the end, yeah, that's I don't like this. I gotta say I don't like this. Because if you want to do the math, 26. So Rush has the most money. 2650 plus 3500. That gives you 6100. You full buy with kit and a molly as CT. Cost you I think 5500. Yeah, 5500. So you're left with 600. 600 plus 3500 is 4100. And then the last gun round you're stuck with. Ooh, you're stuck with M4 small armor and a flash. Is he gonna get 1 kill? That was odd. Yeah, you get and he's the one with the most money. Like everybody else is gonna be stuck with M4 small armor or umps. So this is why I don't like
good
this semi buy.
That's about it.
Got confused right there, you know.
Yeah.
He thought he went through the smoke, but he turned in circles so many times. He came. I was like, wait a minute, I just came back.
Especially in this era where people understand how the economy works, you see a lot of people say buy down to 25 or to 2K. In some circumstances, you shouldn't do that. You should just take the beating, take a P215 and flash, and that's it.
CZ. They aren't mauling him out. Nice headshot. That was clean. Tarek as well. Whoa, they pushed through the smoke. What the heck is going on? Come on. Not like this.
C's is a moron.
Just Simple alone after, I don't even know how, after the
Simple's probably going to win it, but
Cloud9 were able to get 4 kills. Whoa, straight through the smoke.
No way.
To be fair, Navi should have won that round anyway. Like, C's jumping up gave him a free kill. What'd I say? Let's spot. Oh, no. So this is their goodbye round, and we'll see the next gun round. Stewie doesn't even have a kit. Tarek doesn't have a. I'm not sure why he's got head armor, but
maybe
not sure why Tim's got head armor or Skadoodle. What the hell's going on?
To sum this game up, it's been
head armor is useless against AKs.
Almost all
Come
these
on,
rounds
boys.
have been so close, one way or the other, and
let's see what happens this gun round. This gun round's probably.
ultimately,
I told you guys that I thought C9 would go for a DB exec. They're not. Because they haven't really lost. I mean, if I'm them, they haven't lost any rounds because they were getting out shot called. They lost like the past gun round they lost because the early B rotate wasn't there, and then the other round they just lost in a post plant situation when where they had no kit. So like, you can understand why they still want to keep playing default, because they might think default is actually it's working. That's why they're not changing anything up.
Smoke, kind of a smoke execute.
This is a fake it's a fake execution. You
Before.
gotta like this.
Will he push through the smoke? They know.
I gotta like this. See this guy rotating? And my man, exactly what I said earlier. Ooh.
Is still prepared to have to kill at least one person here, but yeah, they wouldn't believe it. Cloud9 has really bid on this fake, and he opens up with a kill, but automatic with the third.
What I told you guys the past round, I told you if they still do this execution and they go through Arch, and having that early rotate is just gonna that early B rotate destroys that strat. It does. And actually, what Navi wanted to do, from what I saw, they wanted to fake their exec and go mid to B. So you saw all three players at A actually commit into the site. Tarek committed through or Scott committed through the Moto smoke and actually got in sight and left Tim fighting a 1v2. Now Tim wins that, he gets both kills, but if he only gets even if he only gets one, he probably wins C9 the round because they get a lot of information off of that. But like I can't fault Navi for wanting to split mid to B with that full exec, because if Navi gets an entry or even gets a trade, then they know there's only one player left at B. And it's very it gets down to situational plays and who has the first shot, if you're able to trade, if flank timings work in your advantage or not. So I like the call by Navi, and I like the adjustment by C9, the early B rotate, like I said, man. Good job, GG.